Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Bo. I'm here in the garden. As you know, we were on vacation. We just got back 2 days ago, and since we left, everything has been growing pretty good. I did lose a lot of squash though when I was gone because I wasn't able to hand pollinate them due to just a lot of lack of bees and just not enough pollinators out here right now, so I did lose a lot of squash. However, I'm back, and I'll be able to start hand pollinating these squash, because these squash, they croak pretty quick if you don't hand pollinate them, and you ain't got the pollinators out. So anyway, I still managed to get a few of these straight neck squash. I mean, I could let them get bigger, but this is good size here. I got a few other ones right here. I'm gonna go ahead and give him another day or two. And over here, 6 or 7 squash on there. I got one that'll be ready to, 1 or 2 of them that'll be ready to pick in the next 2 days. So, and I got a whole bunch of little ones that I'm gonna monitor every morning. I'll be out here waiting for those flowers to open up so I can go ahead and hand pollinate them so that I can get as many squash as possible. So we're gonna go ahead and leave him right there for the moment being. Over here I got the crookneck squash. There's a whole bunch of them on there, but they're all still real little, so we're gonna go ahead and wait on those guys right there. Over here, as you can see, Bob. we named his tomato plant here Bob, and as you can see, Bob is just loaded with tomatoes. So I gave this guy a haircut yesterday. I came out actually I'm losing it. It was actually this morning. I went ahead and pruned him, gave him a haircut, took all the suckers off so that these tomatoes can get some sun penetration, and they'll be able to get nice and red for us once time is right. They'll get nice and red, and they'll be much healthier, and tomatoes will get a lot bigger when you give them when you prune them back. And I sacrificed a whole bunch of tomatoes, but I got plenty of tomatoes on there. Ain't no sense of being greedy and then getting small tomatoes when you can get bigger tomatoes and get them to ripen up nice for you when you prune your tomatoes and take these suckers off. So that's what I did. So I cut Bob back, and his cousin's got a nice cut back as well. Moving over here, let me go ahead and pick some of these cherry tomatoes here. Actually, if you come over here, you can see that the bell peppers, when I last showed you these bell peppers about 8, 9, 10 days ago, they were just like teeny little things that you could barely see. But now you can see the little peppers are starting to get big. Starting to get big on me now, so that's a good thing. All right, let me go over here and harvest some of these sun cherry tomatoes. While I was gone, I told my neighbors to harvest everything that was ready to be harvested so that it wouldn't spoil. So they were harvesting a lot of the squash and a lot of these little tomatoes here, these little cherry tomatoes, which this bush here is just loaded down with tomatoes. I'm here dropping them all over the place here. So let me there are a bunch of them on the other side. Let me go on the other side. can't really get my hand in there because this is not one of those cages that are designed for this. I had to cut it out a little bit, but let me see if I can get my face in here. All right. Let me get my all right. So there's so many tomatoes in there, but we need to let those ones get more yellow before I can go ahead and pick them. Plus, I mean, I'll be picking tomatoes here till the cows come home. So, all right. Over here, we have some more of those yellow squash that I went ahead and planted in these little containers here. But we're gonna go ahead. Let these ones here get a little bit bigger. I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize these tomorrow. I haven't fertilized them since they went in. Actually, I think I might have, when I first started them off, I hit them with a little fertilizer, but it's time for me to go ahead and fertilize them. It's been about 2 weeks, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with some fertilizer tomorrow. But as you can remember, these are my beefsteak tomatoes, and if you remember, about 10 days ago, these guys were down here, right? Down real small, and as you can see how big they've gotten just in those 10 days. But and over here, look how tall the jalapeno pepper is, and this is that little teeny guy, the little mini sweet pepper, sweet mini pepper. So started to put flowers on. Remember, this guy was just a little teeny little thing here just not too long ago, and look how big he is already. You know what I mean? All right, so as you can remember, when I planted these dark green zucchinis, I put about 3 or 4 seeds in each one, and that was just a couple weeks ago. And you can see now the plant is really taking off now. We're gonna go ahead and give him a nice fertilize him up tomorrow, and I expect by next week or so we'll start seeing some zucchinis on this guy here. We're gonna go ahead and see how big these zucchinis can get inside these containers. So I like my zucchini big, so I won't be picking them when they're like that. I'm gonna try to get them as big as possible inside these containers, so they're gonna require plenty of fertilizer. So we'll see what happens. All right. All right. Over here, oh, look at the ladybug. We have lots and lots of ladybugs in the garden. Anyway, this bush here you're seeing here, this is my patty pan squash, the scallop white squash, and as I can see, I got a few on there, but I got one that needs to come out. It's looks like a what do you call those spaceship. Looks like a spaceship. That's what it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and get him out of there. Let me cut this bad boy out. Coming to Earth, come in Earth, landing in Earth. Look at the size on this bad boy. So it's time for him to go out. This is how I like him, and we're gonna go ahead and get him hooked up sometime in the next day or so. There's a couple other ones on here now. I lost a whole bunch because I was out of town, and these guys wasn't getting fertilized. Pollinated. So look at all these guys. Look at all these guys that just dropped off because the bull was gone. So the bull was gone. The bull was gone and I got pollinated. So all right, so I lost a whole bunch, as you can see. I lost a whole bunch because I wasn't here. However, and there's a couple more in there that I lost. But however, there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch in there. Now this guy right here, I think he'll probably open up tomorrow. So I'll be out bright and early looking to pollinate you tomorrow. And so there's one over there. There's another one over there. So there's a whole bunch. And these guys here, I've noticed, they're very prolific in putting out these guys here. So I should get plenty of these patty pan squash from this one plant here. Blackberries, now they're starting to get nice and ripe. As you can see, there are so many of them. I mean, I really, really like this guy here. I think I'm liking this guy here more than I like the Thompson thornless type. These guys here, what's this here? All right. Now this guy here, see this guy right here? Looks like there's like 2 billion eggs on there. I don't know what they are, but I know they're my enemy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get him off of here. Kill these guys right here. So you gotta watch these guys. So anyway, as you can see, look at this shoot. Plus, look at this shoot that's coming out from down here. Look at it. Look where it goes up there. So that'll be fruit for next year. But look, plenty of blackberries. But let me move on because it's not about the blackberries today. So I know who better stay away from my blackberries. That's what I know. You're hitting up my blackberries, but anyway, I'm not gonna be greedy. We got plenty of blackberries here for you know who. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this guy right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this guy right here. Looks like a little worm was trying to get in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest him before these little worms start acting up. I'm gonna have to BK him tomorrow. So, all right, so we'll put him in there. Over here, right here, you can see this is a pumpkin right there. There's another pumpkin right here that's a little bit bigger than that. Another small pumpkin coming in right there. I fertilized him this morning. I don't know if it was kind of late because, I wasn't here, and I might have caught him too late. But as you can see over here, the buttercup squash, he's starting to get big. Okay, go ahead and pick this. This is a peanut pepper. There was 2 of them on here, and my neighbor harvested the other one while I was gone, which was cool because gotta share. All right, and again, like I said, all these tomato plants, all of them, every last one of them is just loaded down with tomatoes. So anyway, as you can see, all the plants, Black Beauties, all of them have fruit setting on them, so it's a good thing. And here's another one over here that's got about 5 or 6 on there that are doing well. So anyway, that's the harvest for today. Until next time, peace.